The psychologist Sigmund Freud believed that the human psyche was structured into three parts: the id, the ego, and the superego. The id is the primitive and instinctive component of personality. It consists of the inherited or biological components of personality, including eros and thanatos, the sex and aggressive instincts. The id operates on the pleasure principle, also developed by Freud, which is the idea that every wishful impulse should be satisfied immediately, regardless of consequences.
Man, I'm really thirsty. Aw, my drink is empty. Hey, what's that? Looks like someone left their drink.
Oh, I'm so thirsty, but my drink is empty.
But...
You're thirsty, aren't you? So just go take it. It's not gonna hurt anybody.
Well, that's someone else's water bottle.
But they aren't there right now anyway. You're probably more thirsty than them.
Wow.
Superego. Hey, that's somebody else's drink. You can't take that. It'd be wrong.
Well, I guess you're right. That wouldn't be right to steal it. But I am super thirsty. Probably more thirsty than they are.
It was.
The superego incorporates the values and morals of society. The superego's function is to curb the id's impulses, especially those considered taboo, like sex and aggression. It also has the function of persuading the ego to turn towards moralistic goals rather than simply realistic ones. It consists of two systems, the conscience and the ideal self. The conscience can punish the ego with feelings of guilt. The ideal self is an imaginary picture of how you ought to be. Behavior that falls short can induce guilt, and behaviors that match the ideal self can induce feelings of pride.
Wow, it is sure a great day. Oh crap, the door's locked. Oh no, what am I going to do? I'm locked out of the school building and I'm going to miss class. Hey, what's that? A rock?
Hey, you should throw that rock through the window to get in.
Well, maybe I should. I don't want to be tardy.
But then you'd be destroying school property, and that's wrong. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, you're right. That's wrong.
If you just wait a little bit, I'm sure somebody will come open the door. Somebody's got to be walking past at least sometime.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I should just wait for someone.
Yeah, good job. Now put the rock down.
Superego wins.
The ego is the mediator between the unrealistic id and the real world. The ego operates according to the reality principle, working out realistic ways of satisfying the id's demands by postponing satisfaction to avoid negative consequences. The ego considers social norms, etiquette, and rules in deciding how to behave. The ego is relatively weak and tends to just point the id in the right direction, while having no concept of right or wrong.
Hey, someone dropped some money. There is that person now. Should I give it back to them? Or should I keep it for myself?
You should keep the money.
Well, I have been looking at those froyos in the duck ponds.
You should just give it back. That's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I probably should give it back.
Oh, please, it's only $2.50. They're not gonna miss
Yeah, it's only $2.50.
That doesn't mean it's right though.
Yeah, maybe I should give it back.
Keep it. Keep it.
Give it back.
Keep it.
Give it back.
Keep it.
Give it back. Give it back.
Keep it.
Stop! Well, I should give it back. But I'm gonna keep 50 cents. Hey, you dropped your money. Oh, thank you. Okay. Allison, how about you?
Hey, you two should kiss.